so we got our cylinder head on. Now it's time to put our cylinder head bolts in. Now this kit came with new cylinder head bolts, the gaskets, everything. I like to add on a specific. So when I install my cylinder head bolts on every single engine, I like to use Permatex. Permatex thread sealant with PTFE. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that's what you got to do. That's what I do. I do that because a lot of my bolts are going through oil passages or coolant passages, and I want to make sure that there's not going to be a leak through the cylinder head gasket. I find that, especially on the vintage engines, definitely a must. So that's just a tip right there. Another tip is if you have ALLDATA or any other software used in the mechanics atmosphere, it'll give you all your torque specs. If you do not, there's a diagram of the sequence in the cylinder head bolts and the torque specs that I will post alongside this video as a picture for you at the very end, so you can just take a screenshot and utilize that. So that's what I'm going to do now. Got the cylinder head on, start putting my bolts in, and go from there. My nice new bolts that came in the kit. We're going to utilize that. We're going to put this just a little bit on. I'll show you how I do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start lubricating all my bolts with this. I'm only going to put some on one, and then I rub them together like this. And I start doing that. I get them all nice and covered. Like I said, you know, if you choose not to do this, that's on you. This is my standard procedure. Anytime I'm putting cylinder head bolts in, get that guy all in there. Nice, nice and nice. And then I'm going to start dropping them in. I'm not tightening anything. I'm just getting all my bolts in. I do it fairly quickly so it's not like anything's going to dry. So we're going to drop all of our bolts in right now, and then we're going to start with the sequence. So I got all my bolts in now with our little pasty paste. So I'm just going to start tightening them down by hand. That's just the way I do it. I'm not about to use an impact or any of that. I want them down. I start from the middle and work my way out like the sequence. God, you keep getting so dirty. So I'm just going to tighten them down by hand. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Like I said, in the middle, work your way out. I hate doing this with it inside the car. And then I'm going to use my torque wrench. Let's see. Sequence 1 through 10, 25 foot-pounds. 25 foot-pounds. So these are 1 through 10 inside the head. And then you have your bolts, your small bolts that are right here. And that's going to be its own torque. So I will put that at the end of the video, so you have a screenshot if you like. And I'm going to get to torquing.